So here we have Sasha, and for this week's update, we're going to work on her kennel and weight. Sasha already has this down pat, but she's continuing to grow and get stronger with that weight part of the command. So I'm going to take a treat, and I'm going to toss it into the back of the kennel. Just kind of wait and see if she has to go in there. If you need to lure her, letting her nibble on that treat as you guide her in there. Don't mind the whining and the other noises. It's really great for Sasha to work in a distracting environment. If she can do it with these other dogs around and making noise, then she'll be able to do it in a less distracting environment down the road. So she's all settled in there. I'm going to tell her wait. So she gets up, like she's going to barge out premature. I'm going to tell her close her back in there and start over with that wait command. Wait. I know she's not really barging, but I want to instill that good manners. I want her to know she has to wait for that release word. Wait. Okay. Good girl. Good. Toss that treat in there. Tell her kennel. Good girl. Making sure she finishes that treat before I give her the wait command. This way her focus is on me and not eating. Wait. Okay. Good girl. Good. Do it again. Kennel. Good. It's important to note that if she got out of the kennel when I say wait and I opened it up, if she were to barge out and get out, I'd want to put her right back in there. This way she doesn't think that she got away with it and it doesn't become a worse habit down the road or a harder thing to manage. So if you keep structured with it in the beginning, then it'll be easier for you and Sasha down the road. So telling her wait. Wait. Okay. Good girl. Good job. Yes, using those positive marker words. Good girl. We'll do that again. Kennel. She just wants my praise. She doesn't really want to go in there, and that's fine. Just going to throw another treat in there. Keep it positive. Good girl. Of course, if you had to pick her up and put her in there because you really have to go somewhere, that's perfectly fine. You just want to keep it positive, making sure Sasha does have something to keep her occupied in there. And I'm going to show you an example of the create safe toy in just a moment. And tell her wait. Okay. Good girl. So you're going to want to always create Sasha on an empty tank, especially if it's going to be for a longer period of time, like overnight, or you're leaving for a little bit during the day. So you want to make sure she has something to occupy her, and you want to make sure she's on an empty tank. So when you take this toy and you get her really excited, it's going to be just like that treat. So you got her excited, you toss that right in there, just like that. Finding a twin, maybe this is a little more exciting to her. That's fine. We'll try this again. Good girl. Get her excited. She was just looking for treats. Right, Sasha? So this is an example of her kind of protesting. She doesn't want to go in there. And to keep it positive, I'm just going to gently pick her up and guide her in there. She has something to do in there, and once she gets all the way in, I'm trying to give her a little bit of a nudge. I'm going to praise her. Good job. Good girl. Good. This way she didn't get the satisfaction that she didn't do what she had to do and that she got kind of away with it. Instead, she still ended up in there, but we kept it positive. So I would wait just as I did with the treat, making sure her focus is on me and not chewing that toy. And tell her wait. Okay, good girl. Good girl. Okay. We use that wait command when walking through doorways or across the street, so it implements safety as well as good manners, so she doesn't think it's acceptable or okay to barge out. So taking that treat, I'm gonna toss it in there. Again, she's kind of protesting. This is really great that she's doing this now because I want you to know how to keep it positive and work through this. Just gonna gently pick her up and guide her in there. There are treats in there, so she's getting a reward out of ending up in there. But she's not getting the satisfaction that she wins. So I'm gonna tell her wait. Okay. Good girl. Good job. Good. Good girl. Sit. Good. Good girl. Do it again. Toss that treat in there. Tell her kennel. Good. Gonna guide her all the way in there. Good. Telling her wait. Okay. Good girl. Good. She's doing really great in the crate. She sleeps in there all night. She's not doing much whining or anything. When she comes home, that might change. She might whine or cry the first few nights of being in the crate in your home. That's just change of environment. The best thing to do and the worst thing to do is you want to ignore her, because if you acknowledge her, she's going to think that she could bark and cry louder and longer because she knows you hear her. So to set her up for the best success, it's kind of best to tune her out, not acknowledge, and sometimes playing some music or anything that will help kind of distract her, and making sure she has a crate safe toy to help pass the time and make it kind of more enjoyable for her. So we're going to do this one more time. Take that treat, toss it in there, as you can see. She's really not going for it. So we're going to keep this positive. Good girl. All the way in. Good. Next treat. Make sure I have her focus. Sasha, wait. Okay. I'm gonna only say that release word one time because it's just like any other command. Good girl. Good. Sit. Good. Down. Good. Good girl. We're going to end right there on a positive note. So she ended on a positive note with her kennel and weight. Did end up kind of protesting there for a few minutes, and that's perfectly fine. Now you know how to positively work through it, keeping it positive, but still following through so Sasha doesn't think that that's acceptable. And then we ended with her strongest commands, which are a sit and a down, and then lots of praise and snuggles. So this is Sasha's weekly update, and she's doing really good with her kennel and weight as well as her other commands.